All right, what is going on? We got another truck talk video. So today we got the sunroof closed. It's raining. We don't got it open today. But anyways, today I'm going to talk about something that should be pretty obvious. It should be pretty simple, but I think roughly 99% of people just completely overlook it. They completely, just living in their little bubble and don't even acknowledge the fact. So if you want new results, right? New results, make more money, have a better body, travel more, whatever it is, you want bigger and better, right? You want growth. You're going to have to take new actions. You're going to have to take new actions. I don't think most people understand they want this new result. They want an increase in income. They want that new car. They want whatever it is. But when they get the idea, right, because you decide on it, say you're like, I want to make more money. You immediately start getting these ideas going through your head and you're like, nah. And then you stay the same and you're like, oh man, I'm making the same amount of money I was 30 years ago. And you think it's a coincidence. It's not. It's not a coincidence, because the biggest law is the law, I don't want to say the biggest, but one of the most powerful laws and the most simplest, but the most overlooked, is the law of cause and effect, right? You get what you give, right? You give and then you get according to that. And you always get more than you give. You always reap more than you sow, right? It's always greater. But so many people, and I hear it all the time, I see it all the time, they say they want these new results. That, I want to make that more money. I want to make more money. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. I want to have the freedom of this. But then you see them the next day and they're living the same way they were the day before. And so I think the thing most people don't understand is your life is a representation of the habits you have created. Your results are a direct product of your habits. So if you want new results, you need new habits, right? 95% of your life is habitual behavior. 95% of the time, you are not thinking. Not you, like me too, I'm saying everybody. 95% of the time, we are not consciously thinking. You are just going through the motions, right? You get in the car, you drive to work, you're like, man, I hope those lights were green. I don't even remember, right? Because you're not even thinking. So if you want to actually change, you have to get these habits that you have when you aren't thinking to be aligning you with your goal. So if your natural habits, right, and if you want to know, oh, are my habits take me where I want to go? Well, look, are you where you want to be? Probably not. So what habits do you need to change, right? So for me, for direct example, I decided I wanted to increase my income. I wanted to make money online. I wanted to move, right? I made multiple decisions all at one time. And so I said, okay, well, what do I need to change? My screen time. I can't be scrolling on social media for 4 or 5 hours a day, right? Saying, oh, I don't have time to read. I don't have time to study. I don't have time to look into that. But I spend 4 hours on TikTok or, YouTube, Instagram, Netflix, whatever you spend your time on. So if you're doing that, oh, that's a really nice Porsche. Sorry, I love cars. If you know me, you know I love cars. It's a really nice car. It's a Nardo gray. It's like the same color as my truck, but it's a 911. Oh, yeah. Okay, anyways, back on topic. And they're also brave. It's raining and they're driving that. Anyways, yeah, you have to take new actions, but it's not only taking new actions, it's you have to make a habit of doing something, because you will never do something repeatedly over a long period of time until it makes it into your subconscious mind. So until you see yourself as somebody that does what you want to do, you're never going to do it. You simply can't, because your conscious mind can't program you. Your subconscious mind is your programming. So say, for example, you want to start doing cardio every day, 30 minutes of cardio a day. You have two options. Both work, but one is much easier than the other. Step one, you can see yourself, visualize yourself 2 minutes a day. Visualize yourself working out and then going and hitting cardio for 30 minutes. See yourself, because everything first is in the mind before you actually do it. So if you want to change something that you are doing, you need to change it in the mind. So literally spend a minute a day, 2 minutes a day, seeing yourself on the treadmill, doing that cardio, running around the neighborhood, whatever it is. Or you have to form a habit of it, right? What do they say? 21 days. So you do it for 21 days straight, and you should have a habit of doing it, because by then you will naturally see yourself as someone who does that, because you've been doing it for so long. Personally, I choose the visualization one because it's effortless, right? I want the easiest way possible. And that's not saying I'm lazy. I'll do what needs to be done. But if there's an easy way and a hard way, I'm going to take the easy way. And if you take the hard way, you're stupid. You should always take the easy way. So as long as you're getting the same result, you know, you don't always take the easy way out of things, but if you're going to get the same outcome and there's an easy way and a hard way, obviously you pick the easy way. So, but that's the biggest thing I want to say is you get what you give. So if you want different, right? If you want different in your life, if your results are not where you want to be, you have to change what you are giving. What are you doing? Where are you putting your time? Where are you putting your money? Where are you putting your focus? If you're saying you want to be financially independent, but you're blowing all your money at the bar on the weekend on 30 rounds of drinks for all your friends, you know, your results that you desire are not matching with your habits. So you need to figure out what results you want, and then ask yourself, what habits do I need to get to where I want to go? Now, you're probably not going to know every single habit, but as you start developing these new habits, you'll see other areas you can continue to improve and incorporate, right? For me, I was like, I want to reprogram my mind. I want an abundance mindset. I want to realize that I can do anything I want to do. I can achieve anything I want to achieve, right? I want to get that program so deep into my mind. So what did I do? I said, I'm going to make a habit every single morning. I'm going to journal for 20 minutes every morning and every single night. And what do? I write about the life that I'm going to be living. That is literally now almost my reality. But I would write about it, because then guess what? You're thinking about it and you become what you think about. Everybody can agree with that. So you have to realize, right? So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to journal every single day and I'm going to write about my dream life. And I'm going to feel it so real. I'm going to make it feel like I'm writing to, you know, writing a letter to my friend about my day. I'm going to make it feel so real. I'm going to feel those emotions. I'm going to see myself doing these things before I ever do them, before I ever feel them. And I said, I'm going to read every day, right? I need to learn more about myself. How do I learn more? Study, right? So what are the ways to study? You can read, you can talk to a mentor, or you can watch videos or listen to podcasts, right? So I said, well, I'm going to study every day. So what do? Well, one, I listen to seminars every single day for hours a day. When I'm working, I'm listening to seminars all day long. And then every day I'm reading Think and Grow Rich, right? So I said, I want these new results. I'm going to take these new actions. And guess what? Because of these new actions, I've gotten new results. That's just the way it works, right? So you have to understand that it's an action reaction. That's the way the world works. It's action reaction. So if you want a new reaction, you have to put in a new action. You know, just saying, oh, I want this. I want to do this. And then you go back onto your phone and you're like, oh yeah. And then like a week later, you're like, you know, my life really never changed. I never got that. It's so weird. I never get anything I want. But you have to, you know, why are there so many nice Porsches out? But you have to ask yourself, like, you know, you got to be real. Am I actually are my actions taking me there? Are my actions taking me there? Take an evaluation, write your entire day and say, have these actions taken me closer to where I want to go? And if they haven't, you probably got a problem. And my engine is, sorry, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of what it is. You have to take new actions if you want new results. If you take the same actions, you're going to get the same results. So what do you need to do? You need to decide on a reaction, on a result. You have to decide on what you want. And then you have to ask yourself, what actions do I need to take? What habits do I need to form? And then you make those habits. You see yourself as a person that does that. You incorporate that into your life. You grow into the person you want to be. You have to create this shell of a person you want to become. And every day you grow into that person. That's what you have to do. You have to become before you are. I am a millionaire. Do I have $1 million? No, but I am one, right? Emotionally. And guess what? You get everything emotionally before you get it physically. So if you want something physically in the physical world, you have to have it emotionally. You have to have it spiritually. If you want that new car, you have to already be someone that has that car. You already got the Lambo. You already got the Rolls Royce. You already got the Ferrari. You already got the $1 million. You already got the family of 5, 4. You already got the girlfriend you've been dreaming of. Whatever it is. You have to emotionally have it before you get it, because then you'll get it. Because your thoughts, feelings, actions, and expectations are what draw in that to your reality, right? Attraction is the most powerful thing. But you're not going to attract anything. Well, you will attract. You're always attracting things. You're not going to attract anything you desire if you aren't thinking about that, if you aren't acting in that way, if you aren't becoming that person. So I think I kind of repeated myself a lot, but moral of the story, if you want new results, you got to take new actions. If you put a little in, you get a little out. Put a lot in, you get a lot out. Decide on what you want. Also, I have the strong belief that if you're putting in 80%, you're going to get 80% back. You put in 100%, you're going to get 1,000% back. I can't prove that, but I can say it. I've seen it in my life. The times I'm full throttle, I'm like, I'm in this, I'm doing this, I'm all in, you get crazy results. The times you're half in, half out, you get half in, half out results. So, you know, do with that what you wish. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoy Truck Talks the best. I don't like doing it in my room because it's just kind of a boring, stale look. But yeah, I hope you guys got something from this. And I'll see you in the next video.